What's up guys, this is day 3 now of One Life Albion, and this time I've got a pretty decently lengthed video. So this is right off the bat. I'm just coming out of Carlian, trying to get my way into the black zones, and I find this little scuffle here going on in the row. So there's like 3 guys trying to gank a Kingmaker, and the Kingmaker puts up a decent fight. He does go down, but he got some of them pretty low, so I was able to land a execute on one of them, and this is actually the only one that could have killed me. He had Deathgiver with Fincal, right? So this is their only Fincal, and I killed him, and I tried to chase down the other 2 as well, but they don't really die to me because you'll see here I tried to execute one of them with my E, and I end up getting hit by a CC, which cancelled out my E. So I didn't really get to finish that off. And I did get a little bit of loot out of this Kingmaker, but most of it, like the weapon, the armor, went to the mace guy who cancelled my E. And then I mounted up and I left the zone, and this Bloodletter guy, he showed up late to that fight, and he actually followed me through the portal to the next Avalonian road zone. And he was asking for a 1v1, but of course we know that this is not going to be a 1v1. He was actually just baiting for his friend that's on the other side of the portal right now. He probably had a free to use charge on it or something. But his friend actually showed up like way too late. So I kill him, and then now his friend is going to show up. And his friend is one-hand dagger, so he didn't really get to, he didn't really pose a threat to me because I had Assassin Jacket, right? And I couldn't really chase him down though because I don't have Shadow Edge, and my boots are pretty much useless for chasing people down. So this guy's gonna get away from me. And then coming right out of the chest zone, or the Avalonian road zone, there's a chest that just opened. So I grabbed the loot from it. There was a double blade rat on the chest, but he didn't really do anything. So the chest wasn't that good, but that's something. Alright, so next zone so I stayed in that zone for a little bit, but I couldn't find any action, so I went back into the roads, and I found a T8 road zone. And you know, T8 fishing is really nice in the roads because I can catch pyramids in there, or at least I have a chance to catch some pyramids in there. I didn't actually get any this time though, but I tried, and after I was done fishing, I left the roads and I went into a solo dungeon to hide and AFK because I had to go use the bathroom. So I was AFK in the solo dungeon, and then when I came back, I thought I'm already in the solo dungeon, might as well go in there to grab a shrine. And then when I grabbed the shrine, I realized this dungeon layout is the layout for a gold chest, right? So there actually is a gold chest right here, and when I opened that chest, it's 500k in there. That's pretty nice for a solo dungeon. Yeah, T8 Morgana cape. Alright, so aiming out of that dungeon, I found 2 gatherers back to back, and this is the first one. This one was unlucky because he just happened to mount up right before I was about to hit him. So he got away from me, and he was a pest lizard, so I didn't feel like trying to dismount him. Probably couldn't do it anyway. And then here's the second one. The second one was farming a large node, like 30 hits, right? So he wasn't going anywhere. He was just not even aware I was there actually, and there was a lot of time for me to chain my stealth to get on top of him, and he's gonna pop his boots right here, which gets purged, and then I get the execute. Hello, execute. There you go. Some nice loot. So at this point, my inventory is already pretty full. So after killing him, I actually had to go bank in Carlian. And then after banking, I went right back to that zone where where I found the small chest. This is a T7 zone, which also has good fishing. So I was fishing there, and I was trying to catch this fisherman, but I don't know, maybe I forgot to take a shower in the morning and he smelled me. He just, backed away from me. So I was thinking though that so I started fishing again. I was just thinking like, okay, if I see him again, I have another strategy to gank him. Now my Inlet pot is on cooldown, but if he's still there, like there's only one body of water on this map, so if he's still fishing, then chances are I could just wait for him on the next fishing hotspot, which is right there in that little corner, right? So I'm gonna dismount right here, and I'm gonna walk close to that hotspot and just go into stealth with my assassin jacket, and then there you go, he starts fishing, so I get to engage on him, and I get to kill him. Oh, and his W was on throwing blades for some reason, not on dash. I guess he was probably like killing some mobs or whatever. Maybe he was gathering something else, like leather or something, right? So maybe that's why he had throwing blades. But this guy was worth some money because he had a lot of those T8 books on him. Alright, so after I killed him, I left the zone because it was drying up. There wasn't a whole lot of action going on. I went to this T8 leather zone, this T8 desert zone, and I tried to gank this guy off of a Mammoth, but he just like mounted up right when I got there, which is kind of unfortunate, because I thought he would like kill the Mammoth and then try to gather it. But then when I inspected him, he was wearing all like mining gear, so I'm guessing maybe he just killed the Mammoth because he wanted to see if he can get a pup, and when he didn't get the pup, he just mounted up. That's my guess on that, because I don't think he saw me. He was just like sitting still there, right? So unlucky, I guess. But I do get some 8-1 leather, which is kind of nice. And I do try again to dismount him, but this time he is like so ready for me. He's just baiting me there, like watch this. So besides that Mammoth though, there wasn't a whole lot of action in that zone, so I left that zone and went to this one. And here, I was gathering a large ore node when I noticed there's a transport on the map for there's a power core, one of those power cores. So I went to stealth gank it, and the guy that's transporting the core was already dismounted, but all of his escorts were still on their horses. So I got a quick kill on him, and then I loot him up and run. And I didn't realize, but I was sitting in an Avalonian laser beam when I was looting, so I did almost get killed, but almost doesn't count. I get away, and it was worth it. Alright, so after that, I went through a couple of more zones that didn't really have any action, so I skipped it, I cut it out, and I went to this zone. This is Timbertop S-Carp, which, like, when I press M and I noticed I was kind of close to this zone, I just kind of like headed straight for it, because Timbertop S-Carp, in my opinion, is like the best zone in the game for fishing. It has access to both salt and fresh water, and it's a T8 zone, right? So you can fish pretty much like all the expensive fish with other than sharks and pyramids, right? So you'll be able to get krakens here, you'll be able to get deadwater eels here, right? So I was checking out the fishing spots, and I noticed another power core on the map. So I go there and I try to stealth gank this power core, and I kept pressing N here to see if it's moving, and it's not. And I was wondering what was going on, but when I snuck up to him, so here we go in this pot, and we sneak up, and it turned out he was actually just gathering with the power core on him. And this is kind of funny, like he tries to get away from me with his W, his work glove W, but if the work glove W hits you, then he takes you with him, so he took me with him, and he didn't actually get anywhere with that W. So after looting him up, my inventory is getting full again, so I was thinking about going back, but I did spend some time walking just to get to this zone because I really wanted to fish here. So I decided to just stay and fish until my inventory is completely full. And look at this, like whoever built this hideout, man, like there's some serious fishermen in that guild. Because those shark trophies around the hideout, those are a mil a piece. Like, they could have used anything to defend their hideout, but they just had to go with the fishing meme, I guess. Alright, so I stayed in that zone until I fished up all the hotspot, and then I went to bank. And on my way to bank, I saw these two guys. One of them was sitting outside of this Avalonian portal, and the other one is inside. So I'm guessing like one of them went out first, and the other one's waiting for a charge probably, which means he will still be there for me to stealth gank, right? So I drink the invis pot, I go in, and they're still mounted, and his friend actually came back through the portal, but this guy's not moving. So I get to dismount him, and he pops boost to try to run away, and I purge it, and I'm guessing right now his friend on the horse is probably inspecting me, and that's probably why it took him so long to dismount. Like, cause right now he can dismount and help his friend, right? But I guess the 8.3 is like scaring him off, right? So finally he dismounts, and I just tag him into combat to like make him lose his horse. But the goal here is still to kill the crossbow, because the crossbow already lost his boost. I already purged it, and when I turn back a little bit for the claymore popped his boost as well, right? So, and I didn't even have to purge it, he just wasted it. So that's really good for me, right? So now I'm gonna run down this crossbow, and right here, his friend came back to like hover his corpse. I know he's about to lose, so I let him, right? And when he looted, he dismounted himself, so now I get to get a free kill on him as well. And remember, he doesn't have boost at this point anymore, so really free kill. And now it's a pain in the butt, but I have to trash some stuff to loot them up. But yeah, it's some good profit. Right, so now I'm dropping off my loot in Cardian. I think 5 mil now so far. It's pretty decent. Alright, so I still have 2 invisibility potions left. The rule is that I have to keep going until I'm either completely out of potions or until I die. So I still have 2 left, right? That means I get to go again, basically. Alright, so I inspected this guy and his dagger pair with Fincal. The Fincal kind of scared me, but I'm pretty sure if I kill him, his friend wouldn't really be able to do anything. So I dismount and I try to invis gank. And when I went back though, it's like the dagger pair is not there anymore, so I'm actually not so sure now if those two are even together at all. But anyway, I'm gonna go back in there to stealth gank this other guy that was just fame farming here. And he's running ballcasters, he's already low to the mob, and I'm bloodletter, so yeah, super free kill right here. Alright, so after looting him up, I noticed a large node spawned on the map. It's a leather node. Now leather nodes are different from other nodes like ores or trees. So large tree or ore nodes or stuff like that, like they will disappear from the map if it's been completely gathered up, right? But for leather, they actually disappear from the map as soon as the animal has been killed. I'm not sure if the same will apply if it's like a ore elemental, right? But I know the regular rock in the ground kind of nodes, those will only disappear when you're completely done gathering them, but the hide animals will disappear from the map as soon as somebody kills them, right? So I was just waiting for that node to disappear from the map so I can go sneak and gank, and that's why I drank my invis pot so early on this gank. By the way, I actually like almost missed it because I thought I was getting close to the node, but I guess I was a little far still. And when I got there, I found this guy that was running a baton bow, and this guy's actually doing the same thing as I am. He's not a pure gatherer, he's a gank gathering, I guess. So when I hit him, he was kind of ready to fight me, and Baton Bow is a pretty good build to fight me with, especially since I don't have boots to chase him with, right? So he actually got me fairly low, and he did drop me some invis pots though, which is kind of big because I was completely out of invis pots at that point. But because he dropped me 2 pots, I get to keep going. And after I killed him, another leather node spawned. Another large leather node spawn, so I tried to do the same thing and get another one here, but unfortunately this time I didn't get the kill because right here I'm gonna, I hit him a little early there with the E and popped his undead cape. I think I might have been able to kill him if I held on to my E and I just waited for the shadow edge maybe, but I don't know, it's hard to say really. This guy's so mobile and he's pretty close to that exit, so I don't know if I could have killed him either way. But anyway, he gets away and I get the leather node, and I already got the leather node from killing the baton bow, and then after that another one spawned, right? So there's 2 30 hit nodes back to back, and they're both 6.1 leathers, which is not amazing, but it's pretty nice. It's good enough for me. So now I am down to my last invisibility potion, and now I'm trying to gank someone that's on a fiber node, a large fiber node, which also spawned in the same zone. And this is really unfortunate actually, because you see that guy dismounted to gather, but then he mounted up because I'm pretty sure what happened, he didn't see me, I was in stealth, right? But what I think happened is this guy that approached him from the southwest, the opposite side of me, he probably appeared on his screen and scared the other guy off. So that's really unlucky, but this guy that just showed up, he also wants that fiber node, and I do have one trick here up my sleeve. So there you go, I do get on top of him, but unfortunately the fancy moves didn't really get me the kill, because this is too close to his territory, and also he's using bloodletter and I'm using bloodletter. We have the same mobility, but I had to burn both my mobility skills just to get on top of him, so he had his mobility skills to run away with, and now he ran away to his territory, and so I basically just don't get to kill him. But then here he tries to be funny, I guess. He tries to fight me in his guard, but then he changed his mind at the last second. He didn't fully dismount me, so I had to run into the guard to let the guard dismount me so I can dismount with skills already up. But still, this is way too close to his terry, and he just dashing into his more guards, and I couldn't really tank all of those at once, so I had to back out. And now it's my turn to bait him. So I have a cabbage soup and I swap to it, and now as soon as I leave combat, I'll regen up and I'll be able to get back into the fight, right? I don't really need to be full health, I just need a little bit of health so I don't get executed by his E, right? So that's what I'm trying to do here, to get back into it to kill him. But because we've been spamming Q so much to move faster, I'm actually all out of mana there for a second, so I couldn't execute him, and now he's backing his guard again. And if I'd landed one more shadow edge on him, I probably would have killed him too. But yeah, I just couldn't. It's too close to his terry, so I had to settle with just stealing his ore from his terry and leaving him alone. So now I am completely out of invisibility potions, and I'm on my way back to Carlion now to wrap up my day. On the way back though, I find this 7-1 30 hit node here, so I had to pick up this leather node, and also the flat summon right next to it, I took that as well. Now remember, for this last trip I came out with just 2 invis pots, so getting an inventory like this for 2 invis pots, I'd say that's not bad. And by the way, that medium chest next to me is already getting camped, that's why I'm not going for it, in case you're wondering. Alright, so at the end of the day, this is what my loot tab looks like. It's pretty good profit, and I didn't die, so tomorrow I'll get to play again with the same set. Like and sub, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.